Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another special informative section. In this section, I want you to pay attention as we go through what is the financial implication for those that are applying under the EB2 NIW or EB1A category. I mean, for those who probably are just trying to make the application, or those that have already done so, still waiting for the next stage, let's look at the financial implication. And I believe this way, for those of you who are potential applicants or petitioner, you have an idea of what it may cost you, and you can probably start preparing for that. At the same time, I'm going to break down all the different stages of this EB2 NIW, or those that want to file under the EB1A category. Before I proceed, I want to say a special thank you to all those who are supporting the Prof. Dan Tutorials channel through your subscription, your like, your comment, and the likes. For those who are yet to subscribe, I want to encourage you to do so. This way, when I release any video, you can be aware of it. Also, feel free to share with your loved ones, friends, and family, those that you believe it might be useful to them. All right, to start with, I also want you to probably watch your screen as I take you through this financial implication, EB2 NIW and EB1A. Of course, these are two of the five employment-based category. We have the EB1, EB2, 3, 4, and 5. For the EB2 NIW, you can self-petition. For the EB1A, you can also self-petition. And when you do so, what are the financial implications? First and foremost is what I call stage one. And stage one entails you filing Form I-140, which is called Immigration Petition for Alien Workers. When you submit this application of I-140, you are expected to submit alongside that form the body contents of your petition itself, which is more or less like a printed Word document that already contains what you have written about your proposed endeavor, and you have responded to what is expected for that particular category, be it EB2 and NIW or EB1A. When you want to submit your application at this stage, the filing fee is $700. As the principal applicant or just you as the individual applicant, regardless of if you have dependents, maybe you have a wife or a child or children, it doesn't mean at this first stage, you only pay $700. However, take note that effective from April 1st, 2024, this filing fee is changing to $715. And that's based on the final rule that has been published on 31st January 2024. So there is change of fees. Now, please take note of that. So ideally for stage one, it costs you $715 from April 1st, 2024, or $700 at this time of recording this video. Now, it's a choice for those who want to utilize premium processing service. And premium processing service is about basically fast-tracking the time response of when you submit your application to USCIS and when you receive your feedback. The premium processing makes it possible for you to receive your response within 45 business days. Now, if you want to do that, you have to file alongside your Form I-140, the Form I-907, as you can see on the screen, and that presently costs $2,500. However, effective from February 26, 2024, the fee for that premium service is changing to $2,805, right? Now, please take note that if you are using a premium service to submit your Form I-140 for this stage 1, it's not going to cost you only the $2,805. You will still have to add the additional $715 to it. Take note of that. So, in a nutshell, for stage 1, when you are first submitting your application, it's going to cost you $715, or it's going to cost you $3,505 from February 26th, 2024, if you are using a premium service, or from April 1st, 2024, it's going to cost you $3,520. Again, for those that are using the premium processing. So if you are not using a premium processing, expect that it costs you only $715 from April 1st, 2024. That is for stage 1. Stage 2 is now when you have received an approval from USCIS and your priority date is the same, or it has aligned with your final action date. I mean, if it's current, once your priority date is current, then you can proceed to the next stage. For example, for the EB2 NIW category, even if you get approval today, you can't continue or proceed to adjusting your status. That's because your priority date is not current. I have made several other videos that explains what priority date is, final action date, or date of filing. Check through the Prof. Dan tutorials videos and you can get an understanding of what that is. And presently, as of when I'm recording this video, for the EB1A category, it's presently current for majority of the countries. So in that case, you can proceed to adjusting your status once your case has been approved for the stage 1. So now, whichever case it is, let's go to stage 2, which is basically adjustment of status. And that is involving a form called I-485, Form I-485. Now, for this form, please take note that at this stage, you, the principal applicant, will have to pay a filing fee of $1,140 and a biometric service fee of $85, which in total, that gives $1,225. These fees are paid separately. I mean, one payment as $1,140, another payment as $85, separately, not in total. That's the way it has been before. But now, as you can see on the screen, effective from April 1st, 2024, the fee you will pay now will encompass both the biometric fee and the fee of the form itself, I-485, which is now tagged at $1,440. So it has increased from, $1,225. Again, from April 1st, 2024. Now, let's assume that you are the principal applicant and you have a spouse, your wife or your husband. They at this stage of status adjustment and you want to adjust their status as well, they will be paying the same fee as you, as yourself. So you could expect to spend about $2,880. That's just 1,440 times 2, because now we have two persons, the principal applicant and the dependent, the spouse. Again, assuming that you, the principal applicant, has a child that is under 14, then expect to pay more. So in this case, presently, again, the fee is $750 for the child that is under 14 to do the status adjustment, which is the form I-485. Provided you are filing together. I mean, when the principal applicant is doing the status adjustment, you are also doing that for your child at the same time, then you are paying less, which is $750. But now is what you should know, that effective from April 1st, 2024, it will now be $950, provided you are filing your child's adjustment status with your own, the principal applicant. If you are not, say you've done yours and you want to do your child's own later on, expect to pay the normal amount, which is the same one that the individual applicant will pay. So now let's also look at in total. So let's say we have the principal applicant, the spouse of the principal applicant, and just one child. You expect that for stage 2 of status adjustment, you should expect from April 1st, 2024 to pay $3,830. All right, so, but now let's look at something. All these are just assumptions. You just take the one that belongs to you. Some people have 3 or 4 dependents, so you see that you're going to be paying more money. So, but now you have an idea of what you should prepare yourself for. So let's take a look at, let's say ideally, just for an individual applicant, I mean just one person, just one person. So for stage 1 and stage 2, without using premium service. Remember, premium service is only available for the stage 1 when you are applying for the very first time and you are hoping to get approved. So as an individual applicant, you should expect to spend $715 plus, that's for the stage 1, plus $1,440 for the stage 2 of status adjustment, which gives a total of about $2,155. Take note that this is without premium service. That is the form I-907. So, which is pretty good. I mean, for the whole stage, the stage 1 and stage 2, you only spend this amount of money. However, for those that use the premium processing service from stage 1, you have to gonna spend $3,520 from April 1st, 2024 for stage 1, plus stage 2 remains the same as 1,440, and this is going to give you about a total of 4,960. Again, this is for those using premium service. This is an estimate for an individual applicant, just one person, the principal applicant. Interestingly, there is something I need to also let you know. Before now, when you want to do your adjustment of status, which is the stage 2, some applicants can add other forms to it, which I'm going to explain. Now, for example, we have the form I-765, which stands for Application for Employment Authorization. And what does that mean? It's more or less like the EAD card, which you can use to work. So let's say, for example, it's time for you to adjust your status. Your data has been current. You want to adjust your status, and you have made the application. You've submitted. You are expecting your green card, right? If you are approved at that stage 2, and you've already applied alongside for the EAD card, which is I-765, what it means is that for those of you interested in working in the US, that card gives you the opportunity to work. But the moment you receive your green card, of course, the purpose of that card remains invalid. It's no longer valid once you receive your green card. So what I'm saying is that when people try to adjust their status, some people also file for the form I-765, which is Application for Employment Authorization, so that while they are still waiting for their case or to get their green card, they can use the EAD card to work. So before now, what I'm saying in essence is that when you file for that, you do not pay an additional fee before now. In fact, some also file form I-131, which is application for travel documents, depending on your case. Some people probably want to travel outside the US while they have submitted their application for adjustment of status, right? They submit that form, which is like a travel document, which allows them to travel to wherever they are traveling to outside the US and be able to allow entrance into the US. And that form as well, before now, is also free of charge when you're doing that with your adjustment of status. But what has changed is that effective from April 1st, 2024, when you're doing your adjustment of status, and you also want to consider having the application for employment authorization, or you also want to consider the application for travel documents, now you have to pay the assigned fee for those forms. So these are optional. So what that means is that, like I've explained, the form I-765, if you are considering this, from April 1st, 2024, expect to pay $520. That's for paper filing. This form is also available online for those that want to submit through online. You pay less, $470. So let's just say $520. And again, like I said earlier, for form I-131, if some of you are considering that, you're also going to pay now $630. Again, this is optional. If you don't have reason to travel outside of the US, then you don't have to add form I-131 during your adjustment of status. If you don't plan working and you don't want to, for the time being, while you are waiting for your green card, then you don't have to file for I-765. But it might be advisable to have it just in case, right? So if we look at that, having said that, and as we've looked at the previous estimate, so again, let's assume that you are filing the I-765 and I-131 alongside your adjustment of status, then overall you should expect to spend about $3,305. Again, this is without premium of stage 1. And if you are doing premium in stage 1, and you also adjust your status in stage 2 as an individual, and you are also considering including these 2 forms, I-765, employment authorization, and I-131, travel document, then expect to pay about $6,110 that it's going to cost you. So again, the essence of this video is to give you an idea of what to prepare yourself for financially. Lastly, during the period of adjusting your status, you also have to do medical, which is medical examination and vaccination record, form I-693. These medicals for this form, which will be submitted alongside the time you're doing your adjustment of status, you do not pay USCIS for it. Payment goes to the prescribed surgeon or medical doctor that USCIS assigned to do that. You can find that on their website, and I'm still going to make a separate video on experiences of people that do these medicals. We're going to take a look at it in another video. So the cost differ in this case based on your location and the medical doctor, the registered medical doctor you are using. Some people from experience have spent as low as $200, while some people have spent about $400 or even $500 for these medicals. So again, you want to add that to what we already have on ground. So overall, we are looking at saying, if you're not using premium service at all, let's just say about $4,000. And if you are using premium service, we could say maybe about, $7,000. And again, all these estimates is for someone who is trying to self-petition. You are not using any service, like you are not using a lawyer or a consultant. So now, if for those of you who are going to be using lawyer, you could expect to add maybe additional, it depends, additional at least less than 5,000 to the present fee we've described. Or for those of you that want to use consultants as well, at least expect to use spend extra 5,000 today. So again, this is just a financial application. The essence of this video is to help some of you who do not know, what does it cost to apply for this EB2 NIW, or in the case of EB1A. So prepare your pause. The question would be, does it worth it? Does it worth it? Does it worth it? Oh, if it's all about, if your interest is about getting a permanent residency of the United States of America, then you probably want to see if it's worth it to invest this amount of money and get your permanent residency or not. And that's that for this video. Please, if you have followed this video through to the end, please share with your loved ones. And don't forget to, again, subscribe if you have not done so. And in the description section or chat section of this video, I will also drop a link there. This link is from the credible source where I extracted this information from. Mine is to just simplify it to make you understand this, but it's from a credible source, which is from the USCIS website. You can also click on that link for you to read through and see all the different fee changes or the final rule that has been published. Again, wishing you all the very best and take care. If you have any question, you want to consult with us, feel free to check our website. It's on the screen, it's in the description section, and let's see how we can be of help to you. Take care and bye-bye.